Every nation is like a ship. If the captain is blind or selfish, even the strongest vessel will run aground. Nigeria is a ship blessed with gold, oil, fertile soil, and a brilliant mind. Yet we are tossed about by storms of poverty, unemployment, and inflation. My people, when the head of a fish rots, the whole body smells. Bad leadership is not just a political headache, it is an economic cancer. It drains the life from our industries. Yes, strangles our small businesses, and they steal the dream of our youth. Today, I want to show you the hidden price tag of bad leadership, a price all of us are paying at the market, at the pump, in our pockets, and in our hopes. This is not theory, this is our everyday life. But before we dissect the numbers, let me share a story, a parable that captures the essence of what bad leadership cost a community. In a certain Nigeria town, there was a vibrant market run by a council of elders. The market had clear rules, fair taxes, and honest inspectors. Traders prospered, goods were affordable. Then, one year, a greedy chief took over. He raised levies arbitrarily, pocketed the fees, and appointed his relatives as inspectors. At first, the traders grumbled but stayed. Within months, stores began to close down. Prices soared because few could afford to import goods. Youths, unable to find work, started roaming the street. The town's once bustling market became a ghost yard. Later, a wise elder said, "Our poverty did not come from lack of customers or goods. It came from bad leadership." When the council was reformed, tax became transparent again. Inspectors were trained, and the market slowly revived. This is Nigerian story on a grand scale. Our resources are plenty, our people are hardworking, but bad leadership is like termite eating the wood from within, unseen until the structure collapses. Now that we have seen the parable, let's explore how bad leadership directly translates into economic loss for every Nigerian. Bad leadership bleeds the economy through corruption and mismanagement. When leaders inflate contracts, misappropriate funds, or make policies based on personal gain rather than national interest, the cost shows up as potholes on our road, as underfunded schools, as power outage in our homes. A nation's budget is like a family kitchen pot. If the cook steals the meat and adds only water, the soup will taste of nothing, no matter how big the pot is. Every time a leader misuses public funds, your taxes are feeding that watery soup. The result, investors lose confidence, local business shut down, and the informal economy swells with desperation driving crime. Bad leadership chokes the arteries of growth. But it is not just about stealing money. Policies themselves, when misdirected, can suffocate an economy. Policies without vision are like driving a car at night without headlights. You may move, but you are causing disaster. Bad leadership often creates inconsistent, short-term policies that scare investors and distort markets. One administration build a refinery plan, the next cancel it. One removes subsidies, the next restore them. Foreign investors see this zigzag and flee. Local entrepreneurs cannot plan beyond one election cycle. Without policy stability, no economy can grow sustainably. And when industries collapse, job disappears. When job disappears, tax revenue dries up. When revenue dries up, government borrow, plunging the country deeper into debt. A vicious cycle triggers by poor leadership decisions. Beyond policies, leadership also affects how our national wealth is distributed and whether ordinary people feel any benefit. Bad leadership holds wealth at top. Instead of investing in infrastructure, skills, and innovation, leaders focus on patronage, contract for friends, appointment for cronies, subsidies for allies. This creates an economy of privilege rather than productivity. Small businesses struggle while politically connected companies thrive. Farmers can't access credit, but friends of the powerful get multi-billion naira loans they never repay. The result is a warped playing field where talent and hard work no longer guarantee success. Only connection does. Like a clogged pipe, these stop the flow of opportunity and they create resentment, migration, and brain drain. Our best mind flee because bad leadership has turned the fertile soil of Nigeria into hard ground. But even beyond money and policy, bad leadership damages something deeper. That is trust. Trust is the hidden currency of every economy. When citizens trust their leaders, they pay taxes willingly, invest locally, and obey rules. When they don't, they evade taxes, hoard dollars, or migrate. Bad leadership erode trust like acid on metal. Without trust, contracts become risky, credit becomes scarce, and innovation slows down. This is why, even with natural resources, one struggle. As the proverb says, a house built on lies cannot stand when the wind blows. Rebuilding trust requires leaders who lead by example, transparent, humble, and accountable. Without trust, no amount of oil revenue will make Nigeria prosper. This may sound like big national issues, but they touch your pocket directly. The good news, citizens are not powerless. We can take practical steps to break this pattern. 1. Vote for vision, not vouchers. Choose leaders with a track record of sound policies, not those who hand out short-term gifts. If the INEC tried to rig the election, stand your ground to prevent it, because that is the only way out of this. Then 2. Demand policy continuity. Ask candidates how they plan to sustain programs beyond their term. Stability attracts investment. Not when this person has designed a project, the other one will come and cancel. Or when this one has started it, the other one will come and say, oh, we don't need this, and stop it. So, number 3, support transparency initiative. Follow budget portals, open contracting website, and investigative journalism. Now, 4. Reward integrity in your circle. In businesses, church, mosque, and community, give recognition to honesty and the service, not ill-gotten wealth. Stop praising the thieves that have stole government fund or public fund. Stop praising them. Stop hailing them. Stop giving them chieftaincy title. Honor the person that is honest. Recognize them. And that's the only way. Those that are not honest, those that are stealing our commonwealth, will now be able to maybe change or think the other way. Now, 5. Engage in civic action. Attend town halls, write petitions, and use social media to hold leaders accountable. Even when they complain, continue to talk about it, just like the way I'm doing right now. Each action is a seed. Together, they grow into a forest of accountability, strong enough to shade the nation from the sun of bad leadership. Now, my brothers and sisters, bad leadership is not just a headline, it is an invisible tax on your life. It raises your fuel price, shrink your job market, and steals your children's future. But like every sequel, it can be broken. Remember the market parable. Once the corrupt chief was replaced and transparency restored, the town's economy revived. Nigeria can do the same, but it begins with us, our vote, our voices, our values. My challenge to you today, after this talk, discuss with 3 friends or family members how bad leadership affects your daily life and what you can do about it. Begin small, but begin now. Refuse to celebrate those who stole your children's future. Teach your children that leadership is service, not loot. If we do this, one day Nigeria's economy will reflect its true potential, not its leadership's failings. The ship will sail, the fish will be fresh, and our nation will thrive. The question is, will you be part of steering it? The time to act is now. Let's break the sequel. Thank you for watching this video, and I believe you have learned something from this video. And make sure you share it. Thank you, and God bless you.